Welcome back to the channel, guys. So in this video, I have the new Super Saiyan 2 head sculpts for Goku. This is made by Worm and Hoom. I believe this is like a third-party collaboration. So it also says glowing marbles on the box here. I purchased mine off of AliExpress from a store called Figure Model Store. When you go on AliExpress, they have a bunch of different shops. So Figure Model Store is the one that had this. There are other shops that have it, but I got mine from there. It was around $43 at the time. So this is what their box art looks like. Let's go ahead and see what this guy looks like out of the box. This is probably, in my personal opinion, at least when I first seen this head sculpt, the most accurate to what Super Saiyan 2 Goku, actually looks like. So the pictures looked really good, and we needed an updated Super Saiyan 2 head sculpt. So it does come with this acrylic energy back base. This packaging is really like a tight seal, but that's good. This is their clamshell. They pretty much just taped it inside. It does come with 2 different face plates, and then here's your neck peg here, and a halo to put on Goku in the Buu saga. And then here's the head sculpt. So let's go ahead and take this guy out. I'm always super excited to get like an updated version of, the sculpts that we have already for the figures. So far, this Super Saiyan 2 molds that came out, SH Figuarts has one, Demoniacal Fit and Kong Studios. And those are the ones that we'll be trying this head sculpt on. So this is all that comes with this purchase, and not bad for the price point. For $43, you get the base plate and a head sculpt with 3 different face plates. So before we get into the head sculpt, this is what you're going to be looking at for your base plate if you pose Goku on it. And it looks pretty good when it's all put together. This red lightning piece just doesn't stay inside of the base too well. It's kind of like fitting very loosely, but not a bad effect to add to this Goku purchase here, depending on how you pose your Goku, like on the shelf. So let's get into this head sculpt here. When you pull it out of the box, it does have the teeth gritting face on. I already inserted the peg on mine and I glued it in because that part does come separately, as you've seen when I unboxed it. But looking at the sculpt, like I mentioned before, I thought that this was the most accurate Super Saiyan 2 Goku sculpt. I was super excited to finally receive this one, but it doesn't have any shading. A lot of these sculpts are just coming like, printed out in this rubber plastic, and not much shading in it, but the details, like the spikes and the line work, it looks really, really dope in the front, to be honest. There's a lot of extra lines and details in the front, but not much in the back. Like they probably could have added more in the back. So it's just a solid yellow. This head sculpt does come in 4 different variants. They have the transparent yellow, they have transparent pink, and then the matte pink. So I chose to get the yellow. And this teeth gritting face, I think it could have been better. It seems like, I don't know, it seems like a little off. Not the best looking teeth gritting face, but every time we get a teeth gritting face, I don't know, for some reason, like it just doesn't look too good. For the next face, there's a straight looking forward face, and this one looks a lot better. Definitely looks a lot better. The line work and the detail. He's got some little lines under his lips. Maybe the eyes are a little bit too far apart. I don't know. You guys leave a comment below on what you think. But mostly the hair sculpt itself looks pretty damn sick. And then last but not least is the smirking face. This is probably going to be like the crowd pleaser. I probably like this face the most. And the line work and details look like drawn on. That smirk looks pretty good. And, pretty much catch Goku looking cocky in Super Saiyan 2 form. But again, leave a comment below on what you guys think about this head sculpt. I think it captures Goku's likeness very well. And here are the comparisons between SH Figuarts / Demoniacal Fit Super Saiyan 2. I believe this is it's called Worm, but it's a Hoom collaboration. As you can see inside, they put the Worm stamp on there, so I don't see Hoom anywhere. But for this head sculpt, another third party is coming along again to try to give us more detail where detail was left out. We have a lot of good figures and the bodies look good, and then when you look at the head sculpt, they don't look too hot. And then the only other Super Saiyan 2 head sculpt that I have is Kong Studios. And again, Worm did a way better job with the actual head sculpt itself. It doesn't have any shading. Kong Studios and SH Figuarts does, but I still think it looks a lot better. Again, it's all personal preference at the end of the day, but Worm is definitely winning this battle so far. So it does come with this halo here, and this halo is pretty interesting. It's a clear or, you know, transparent yellow plastic, clear or transparent, whatever you want to call it, but it does have a magnet inside. And this magnet goes on here. It's not like the strongest magnet ever, but it does stay on. I can move it around and it's not coming off, so that's really good to have. It's different. The other halos that we're accustomed to, they were all inserted into the back of the head. There's like a little insert hole here, so this one has a magnet. It's different. I like the idea and it looks good. It's definitely a thicker halo. These are what the older halos were looking like. Well, they're both transparent and they're both clear, but this one looks more like, you know, a crystallized halo, if I'm explaining that correctly. I think it looks better. It kind of dips a little low, in my opinion. But on the shelf, just to have this extra accessory on the head, I think is going to look really, really good. So this head sculpt, you know, they're starting to make them more suited for the 3.0 bodies. I do have a few Gokus that we could try it on here. So I have a SH Figuarts full power Goku here with the 2.0 neck peg. And this one's just sliding right on and right off. It's definitely not going to stay. But this is what he'd look like if you have a 2.0 Goku and you want to get this head sculpt for him. The neck looks really skinny. It doesn't look best suited for this body. But again, putting it on the shelf, I'm sure you could get away with that. It'll still look pretty good for if you have your 2.0 Goku. Demoniacal fit Goku. I put a neck peg conversion in here, so it turned it into a 2.0. But the demoniacal neck peg should fit. I don't have it on here, but it, you know, this one's loosely fitted because it's a 2.0 conversion. But as far as the 3.0 body and the skin tone, it does match. And I think on this 3.0 demoniacal fit Goku, it looks pretty good. But again, when you're thinking about Super Saiyan 2 Goku, he had like the ripped gi and things like that, but it all depends on what you want your shelf to look like. The head sculpt does look really good on the 3.0 demoniacal fit Goku. Then we have the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, and this fits on this body perfectly. With the 3.0 neck peg, is a lot thicker. The skin tone, slightly off, but you can't really tell. I think it'll look, you could definitely pull this off. This is the Goku that you have. And another good thing about this head sculpt is you can actually fit the legendary Super Saiyan faceplate on it. It fits in here perfectly. I'm not the biggest fan of the legendary Super Saiyan Goku faceplates, but they do fit perfectly on this head sculpt. Again, it seems like, you know, all the head sculpts that are coming out as of lately are more geared towards the 3.0. And a lot of them are geared towards this legendary Super Saiyan Goku. I'm not sure if that looks very accurate. I think this faceplate looks like Frankenstein. If you want to put your legendary Super Saiyan Goku faceplate on there, you definitely can. And last but not least, this is the Kong Studio Super Saiyan 2 version of Goku. And this is what the neck peg conversion was for, because Kong Studio's pegs are a lot bigger. So you insert that, no problem. It is kind of loose fitting. And then once you get this faceplate on here, look at that. That looks sick. And this is the main reason why I got this sculpt. This sculpt just looks like super dope on the Kong Studios ripped gi. I don't have the SH Figuarts of the demoniacal fit ripped gi. That just looks super sick. The skin tone matches. The articulation works really well. It's not too gappy anywhere, at least so far. He could look down very far also. So I think that looks super dope. It definitely makes it worth it. At the end of the day, it's all personal preference on whichever Goku that you do have. This is a good sculpt to grab. And with the halo on, it does kind of dip down a little bit, but I guess it could be like all in the angle that you have him in. I think that looks pretty sick. There is a gap there, but if you push it in, it's definitely makes the gap go away. I got mine off of AliExpress. It was Figure Model Store. It was around $43 at the time that I purchased it. The price has definitely went up since then, unfortunately, but I think the 43 bucks was worth it. I just gotta say it over and over again, at least in my personal opinion, I feel like this is the most accurate Super Saiyan 2 Goku head sculpt that we've had so far. There was a few other sculpts that came out that I didn't grab because I skipped those to get this one. But my overall thoughts on this purchase, depending on which Goku body you have and depending on how you pose him on the shelf, everything minus the teeth gritting face, I give it a 10 out of 10. The accuracy is definitely on point. His hair looked like this in the Buu Saga as far as I could remember, and watching it again, like, this is probably the most accurate Super Saiyan 2 Goku that they've released. If you can, get your hands on one, find a good price for that. And if you feel like this video was helpful, you can go and hit that like button. If you want to keep an eye out for my next videos to come, go ahead and subscribe. Until then, thank you for watching.